Hello my friends, Virus here, and was that recent Nintendo Direct a dream? Did anyone else have the same dream that I did? Because I had a dream they announced like a lot of stuff that I was hoping for, and we're gonna talk about that today. This past Direct has been a wild ride. It was either, oh that's pretty cool, or holy crap! I'm sure you've seen the clip by now. I have a list right here, I'm just gonna go right down it. This is only the stuff that caught my eye. It might not have caught your eye, but it caught mine. First off, the Direct opened with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. It gave us more of an in-depth look, which I will say I did kind of judge the DLC unfairly when it was first shown off. I think it was just because everything else to me in that Pokemon Presents was so mediocre that I just didn't find the DLC interesting. They didn't decide to show off that much. They only gave us names, so I didn't know what to think. And it's $5 more than the Sword and Shield DLC, so I didn't know what to think of it. If we're paying $5 extra, I want $5 of extra content, you know? Also, this is just gonna be like pre-recorded screenshots and all that because I can't show it because copyright. So there'll probably be some like pictures scrolling by every like 3 or 5 seconds, which is okay. We got a better look at the legendary trio of the DLC, which I'm not impressed with. I think they could have done so much more, and the names are kind of dumb. In my opinion, anyway. My opinion might change when I actually get them in-game, but Okie Dogie, Monkey Dory? Seriously? They could have done so much better than that, you know? They could have done so much better than that. And I don't think the designs of them are my favorite that I've ever seen out of a legendary trio. I vastly prefer the Galarian birds over them. But the most important thing about that is Corphish and Flygon are back. And Shiftry, of course. I saw that as well. But yeah, I was not expecting Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC to be shown off because Pokemon Company likes to do Pokemon Presents around this time of year. So I thought that would be like their own thing, because they mostly do their own thing. You rarely see Pokemon in a Nintendo Direct. At least nowadays, anyway. But I was fully ready to just be prepared for a Pokemon Presents, but no, they just opened right up with Scarlet and Violet DLC. I even stated this in my predictions video that I didn't think that Pokemon would show up at all because they mostly do their own thing. But nope, they surprised us. Alright, next up on the list is Sonic Superstars. This was shown off a few days prior, I think even a week prior to its reveal at the Nintendo Direct, but I really like it. I like Sonic, I really love Sonic. Sometimes it's hard to get into the newer games, but I think this looks good. I think this looks really good. I think it's gonna look a little bit worse than the other versions as they're on, better hardware, but it looks nice. And the fact that you can play with 4 people is wild. It's like they said Nintendo isn't making a Super Mario Bros. More on that later. So we'll do it. And it looks good. It's gonna be weird because it's supposed to be fast-paced, and I don't know how 4 players is gonna work, but that's really cool. And next up on the list is Detective Pikachu Returns. They actually did it. I can't show footage because, copyright. And I think those are the only 2 things that got claimed on my reaction video. I think they're just Pokemon things, which is kind of funny, but it makes sense because, Pokemon Company, again, still kind of works independently from Nintendo most of the time. They just publish games on the Nintendo Switch mostly, I think. And I had such a good thumbnail for my Detective Pikachu reaction. I'll show it on screen. I was so proud of this. I thought it looked so good, but then I realized it was copyrighted, so I didn't want to put 2 copyrighted videos up in case it caused problems in the future, so I chose to just leave out the reaction. Not in the reaction video, but like just the clip. But yeah, Detective Pikachu 2, they didn't really show off anything in terms of story, but I believe we got a release date, which is very cool. I think it's in November, if I'm not wrong. It might be October. You'll see it on screen. And then they showed off Super Mario RPG, a remake coming to Switch. I was pretty surprised because I think that this was one of the last things people expected. The leaks were right again. We're getting an SNES remake, which is very cool. I'm happy for the Super Mario RPG fans. But why is Small Mario getting so much love, but then the chibis of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are getting so much hate? What's up with that? That doesn't make sense. But anyway, I think that it looks really good. I need to get used to seeing Small Mario, but it looks good. I think they did a really good job on it, and I can't wait to hopefully pick it up day one. Next up on the list is they barely showed it, but they announced a new Peach game is in development, which is very cool. I don't think we've gotten a Peach game since Super Princess Peach on the DS. So it's cool to see Princess Peach getting her own game. They didn't really show off much else, so I don't really have anything else to say about it. And next up, we got a meaty trailer for Pikmin 4. It was so good. I'm not gonna say much about it because I want to make it its own video, but I'm very excited for Pikmin 4 now. I was already pretty excited that it was just announced and like made its presence known, but I'm really excited for Pikmin 4 now. But they did not stop there. They say that a demo is coming out in the next few days, in the next week even, which is awesome. I'm definitely gonna play that. But they didn't even stop there. They gave us Pikmin 1 and 2 as HD upscaled versions. They gave us HD graphically enhanced Pikmin 1 and 2. Only on the eShop right now, but a physical is coming in September. And you know me, I love my physical games. And I do want to give Pikmin 1 and 2 another shot. I played through like half of 3, I believe. Or not 3, 1, excuse me. I played through like half of 1 in like half an hour of 2. So it's hard for me to say that I'm a Pikmin fan if I haven't played a lot of the games. But I love 3. Currently playing through it for the channel right now, and I think it's gonna be great to have all your Pikmins in one spot. Sorry, hey Pikmin. And next up on the list is Mario Kart Booster Course Passway 5. I'm pretty excited about this. They only showed off the new course, I believe, if I'm not wrong, and the new characters. I'm really excited for the new characters. We're getting PD Piranha, Kamek, which I think they said is Kamek, or I think they said Kamek, which is kind of odd because I've always said Kamek. So this is the one time I will mispronounce a Mario enemy. Or Mario character even. He's not always an enemy. As you can see right here. He's kind of an enemy if you're not playing as him. We also got Wiggler, which is very cool. So we got PD Piranha, Wiggler, and Kamek. I think that's a pretty good trio. And I'm glad they gave us 3 this time. It was nice they showed off that there were going to be characters in the DLC with Birdo, but I was wishing we got like 1 extra. So this definitely scratches my itch for more characters. It didn't get a release date, it just says it's coming in the summer, which I'm assuming is next month, if I had to guess, but still very cool. Next up, this was kind of like a pretty quick announcement, but we're getting another WarioWare game. This one's a little bit more gimmicky than Get It Together, but I'm not complaining, it's more WarioWare. I'm loving the WarioWare games right now. I want to get into the older ones before Get It Together. Because what it is you have to use the 2 Joy-Cons as, you know, motion controls, all that. They always make at least one WarioWare game per console that takes advantage of gimmicks, and, well, the gimmicks of the Switch are motion controls. So it only makes sense that we would get a WarioWare that would be designed around those motion controls, which, it looks good. I normally hate those types of games, or not really hate, I just don't. I prefer playing traditional stick control games, but this looks good. Great party game, really looking forward to it. It's $50 too. It's a little bit cheaper than your average Switch game. And next up was probably one of my favorite announcements, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I was blown away. I was so happy that we were getting another 2D Mario. It's so exciting. This one, of course, because I'm so hyped for it, it's gonna get its own video as well. I'll probably get like a couple videos out of this Direct. Next week might all be discussion videos about the Direct, who knows. But this game shows off a new art style, new power-ups, and new power-ups. But the art style is interesting because it didn't click right away that it was a new Mario Brothers game. And it's also not called New Super Mario Brothers, it's just called Super Mario Brothers Wonder. Which is weird to me because I thought they would stick with the new, but I guess it's out with the new one and with the old, which is alright. Even though it's gonna be new, but never mind. I think it looks really good. I think the animations for it are great. I think the frame rate needs to be touched up a little bit, but they have plenty of time before it releases. Now, I saved this for last because this was my favorite announcement. We are getting an HD remake, or remaster, whatever you want to call it, of Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. And if you watched my reaction video, you know how I feel. Play the clip. What's that?
No! What? No way! No way! Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon is getting a remaster? No way! Oh my god, no! I don't care about Batman!
And I completely disregarded the next announcement after that. I was just in shock that we got what I've always wanted ever since I started playing the game. And I've always said, if they make a Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon remake, I don't want it to be fully in the style of 3. Because Dark Moon looks so, one of the charming parts of Dark Moon is the art style. I think they definitely polished it up a little bit in 3, but Dark Moon gets a bit of its charm from the art style. So I'm glad they haven't touched it too much. I think it's just they've enhanced it, which is very cool. And it looks really good. I'm so happy that we're getting Dark Moon on Switch. I have some other things to say about it, but that will be in a separate video that will probably be up on Monday. Actually, you know what? Wednesday. No, Wednesday probably. I don't know when it'll be up, I just know it'll be up. But we're getting Dark Moon on Switch. I know everyone has their opinions of Dark Moon. I know some people don't like the mission structure, but I like the mission structure. If I can just go back and play my favorite game as many times as I want at whatever point I want, that's awesome. In 3, you don't really get like any sort of boss rush that I'm aware of. You only get through the boss once, and sometimes it's just, you know, short and sweet, and you don't really get to spend any time with the boss, which is kind of unfortunate. So if there was one thing I could add to Luigi's Mansion 3, it would be a boss rush mode. And honestly, I'm surprised they didn't do the first Luigi's Mansion first, but it makes sense because there was 3DS one, which I liked 3DS one as well. It might just be because I'm a Luigi's Mansion aficionado, but I think it was good. People didn't really like the graphics in the 3DS version, but I like that they did it on the 3DS because if you don't know, the GameCube was originally going to feature 3D, and it was going to be like a 3D console. So that's really cool that they were kind of able to show it off on a 3D console this time around. I'll get into more of that in a separate video. I'm just so happy we're getting Dark Moon, if you couldn't tell. And that's it. That's the whole video. Those were all the things that I thought were highlights, and it was really great. And now I will go down the list of the stuff I predicted. Scarlet and Violet DLC, well, I never saw that coming. Sonic Superstars, I kind of figured it would be there, but I didn't put it in my discussion video, or my predictions video, excuse me. Detective Pikachu, I think I put it in my discussions video. It might have been the last discussions video, but I definitely predicted it before. Super Mario RPG, I could never have seen coming. Still cool though. Peach, it's cool. Dragon Quest, I didn't predict that, but it's still very cool. I did predict we would get more Pikmin 4 info, I believe, because I stated it in the trailer that we were going to get a pretty good amount of Pikmin 4 info. Booster Course, I think, yeah, I did say that I think we might get the Booster Course. WarioWare, I didn't see coming at all. Very cool though, I'm very excited. 2D Mario, very, very happy about that, and I predicted it. And Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon on Switch, I did say I wanted to see remakes/remasters. So I guess Super Mario RPG and Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon fall into that category. So yeah, it was kind of like 50-50, which is pretty cool. And I'll take that. I did a pretty good job at predicting them. But what was your favorite announcement? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. This was a really fun video to make, and this was a bunch of fun making these Nintendo Direct videos. And there's still more to come. So if you enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. If you enjoy this content, it really helps me know that I'm doing a good job, and it'll tell me what content you'd like to see in the future. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Virus out.